Campaign season is now in full swing, and you'll be able to hear from candidates in many of the major local races right here on the news at 7. Tonight, I'm joined by Chesapeake City Council member Ella Ward. She's a candidate for the Democratic nomination in the 4th Congressional District. Council member, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Well, thank you. Well, we've talked about a moment ago about how important it is to recognize that the 4th Congressional District has changed, that it now includes Richmond and parts of Petersburg, so that people need to check where their polling places are and what district they're in.
Absolutely. Richmond and all of Petersburg are now in the 4th, and they were not in 2012 when I ran.
Well, and of course, we're in the primary season, but the top of the ticket for the Democrats looks like it's going to be Hillary Clinton, but she's facing something of a contested race from Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
How does that affect you?
Well, I think in a very positive manner. I think it shows that you can really come from behind and not have much and going for you and still get to be near the top of the ticket. Of course, I'm supporting Hillary Clinton, but Bernie has done an outstanding job. So that's encouraging to me.
So tell me, what are the issues that you're going to be focusing on? You'll be facing off against State Senator Don McEachin in the primary on June 14th. So people got to remember, go out and vote June 14th.
Absolutely.
What are the issues that you're focusing on in your campaign?
Job creation, I think, is #1 at the top of my ticket and my platform, because we still have a lot of areas in the 4th District wherein people are just not employed. Education is high on my agenda. I do believe firmly in it. And of course, you know, I'm a 35-year educator by profession, retired, and I've done a stint, 6 years on the school board and 8 years on the State Board of Education. So education is very high. We have to educate our young people and train them to take those jobs that we're going to create.
Now, is there money for that right now? It's a Republican Congress, and they make it a point to trim the budget, trim the fat, as they say. Is there money for such programs, the training, the job retraining, I suppose, and also to devote to education?
Well, I think it is, but you just have to prioritize, and we do that on City Council. Certainly the budget is strained, but I think that we need to reinvest in our education system. I'm not satisfied with the way that it has been done. There are things that can be done, such as putting the cap, on student loans so that our students don't graduate with loan debt that's more than a mortgage. Capping that at 3.5% rather than 6%, which it is now. So there's money, but it just has to be prioritized, and that's what I want to do in Congress.
And what about defense spending? Because Virginia is a big military state, a lot of bases, posts. With the cuts in the budget for the military recently, it's still grown. It's still a larger military budget than it was.
Absolutely.
But what would you say to those that say we need more spending here in Virginia on the military?
And I support a strong military. I support a strong defense budget. But again, you have to prioritize. We spend a lot of money. We spend trillions of dollars on wars that probably shouldn't have been spent. And we are paying the cost for that right now. We had wars and they were not funded. So we have to prioritize. And yes, I do believe that we need to have a strong defense. Certainly in Hampton Roads, we depend a lot on the military. But I think we have to diversify our economy. And that's going to take education and job training to do that.
All right. Ella Ward, Democratic candidate in the 4th. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And you can find that interview a little bit later tonight at WTVR.com, along with Senator McEachin's interview and all the others who have visited our studio. Zach?
We've had a lot of